bedoni weka bedona. Get ponyo ala kedi. Kuo ni weka kuona. Get ponyo ala kedi. Anytime piri tek, Johan Bora neni bali bedu chende fake. Hey, ati pick up kin direct. Pien anytime yina yeda we take. Hey, ilago keda bwam be. Abo wara bwam be.
Right, Akwo Kwana Labongini, of course, a little square for you there, and that is Eddie Busy. Saja MC remains my name, the only guy that speaks in capital letter. But of course, this is the second edition of this very particular week. We are counting down, as in very rapid way. End of the year, Christmas is almost knocking at your different doors. But of course, as West Night Television, it's our mandate to make sure that you get to know these things one by one on a single basis, But of course, before Akwo Kwana by Eddie Wizzy and Lil Square, we had a song that came in from Waiki Bender. And of course, it says to be that Waiki Bender has fully recovered. Waiki Bender fully recovered from an accident that he had way back around, it was on 8th December. That's when he got that accident, of which when he was heading to the campaign, the presidential campaign. So they got a crack, a knock, on their car. Him plus two other guys. But of course, as we speak right now, he has fully recovered, and he has already started also, campaigning for our president, protecting the gain, which is all our mandate. That's what we are all doing, and all what we are looking up to, protecting the gains in different corners. You understand? The gains that we are talking about here is what you already have, protecting it, making sure that you guide what you already have. Sergeant remains my name. But of course, away from that, December babies and December, should I say December babies, for also men? Or men should be given a different name? Because I've seen a lot of guys celebrating their birthdays. But I saw some drop today about D1 Cabana celebrating his birthday. I don't know how old he is, but of course, one of these days, by the you people also sometimes, you should also not only be putting only celebration of the birthday. At least you should also put celebrating birthday hashtag this year. People are fearing to get older, which is not a good thing, by the way. You see, people respect the elderly people, but for you are there trying to run away from the gray hairs, trying to run away from the gray hairs. That is not what we want, So when you're celebrating be like me, who do not celebrate any birthday. Me, I am just Saj. Trust me, somebody should tell me, somebody should tell me, and of course, even if on TikTok, because you are live on TikTok, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, tell me when Saj celebrated his birthday. Tell me. It's because of certain reasons, you understand? So, you people who are celebrating your birthday, here come, here go, you should. This is a warning. I think it should end this very particular year. So, next year, when you're celebrating your birthday, make sure that you celebrate your birthday and you put hashtag on that. Or you just say celebrating 40 years, celebrating 50 years, so that we should be aware, other than putting us in darkness. For us, West Night TV, we put light where there is darkness. That's why we are trying to put it. Make sure next year, this one to all those who are celebrating their birthday, next year, put this at the back of your mind that whenever you're putting a post or any artwork of celebrating your birthday, make sure that in between, because the papers is, the artwork itself has a very large and wide space. You can always put, the number of years that you're celebrating, because we really need to keep on counting down. Like my brother, one of my guys said, the years are running very fast. People are getting very old very fast, and yet, you will find out. This is true, by the way. It has been so much that the days are moving faster, the years are moving faster, but people remain still. When people remain young, but the age But of course, the sergeant still remains the only guy that speaks in capital letter. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to each and every one of you out there. Because today we have a lot of stories. Today we have a lot of stories. The saga, the saga of the battle, but the saga that is coming in between the battle of the champs is a lot. There's too much saga. And of course, very many people are complaining of how these guys are doing their things. The organizers of the battle, of course, so many are complaining, and a lot will be coming your way. Cindy, but of course, Cindy, this one has not to to sleep around. Cindy congratulates Carol Kasita for the marriage, and she also urged the female artists who have just joined her, as a married woman. Those female artists who have just joined her as a married woman, they should learn how to put their family affair out of media. Because there are some kind of, press, that's how she said it, press like oppressing people, press themselves, they like oppressing people, and they love putting the family matter into public eyes. So they should avoid that. They should avoid their own family issues with the media, because media, sometimes you say something small, there's a way they exaggerate it, there's a way they add their katogo, there's a way they put in piri, they put in they put in salt, they put in, so many ingredients in it so that people believe. And once they start believing, it keeps you, your home, the pressure itself that comes with it, it gives you no rest in your home. So Cindy is urging those people, urging them to stay away from media with their own personal kind of life. Yes, you might one way or the other, because you're a socialite, because you're a celebrity, one way or the other, you'll always want to, you will always want to at least to publish, some of your things. But Cindy is saying, as a married person, you shouldn't, you should not do that, your family thing, you put it into social media. No, you shouldn't do that. But of course, this all comes with, the marriage thing. Marriage itself comes with a lot of complications, more so the ones of entertainers, Also, Sheba saying that it's good. All she wanted was she wanted to have a kid. She wanted to have a kid and have a father, let me say the father of the kid, traveling all the way from wherever he is to come and check on the kid, not staying with a man under the same roof. So now you get to understand that people are really getting crazy in all these things. But now, why would you have a kid and you don't want to stay with a man under the same roof? What could be those things that you are trying to avoid? Yeah, or you are trying to avoid getting another pregnancy, or what? So basically, definitely, you see, it comes with a lot of sacrifice. Marriage itself for entertainers, it's really a lot. It comes with a lot of sacrifice. Sheba, but of course, it's good. Yeah, because we have seen long distance relationship lasting longer than like the close up. Should I say close up? Like the close relationship where so many things happens. Yeah, we have seen so many celebrities getting married, but before you know it, piam, before you know it, they are no longer together. We have seen a lot, even here in Arua. We had people wedded. Yeah, we had people wedded, and of course after they were first married, then after getting wedded, not even 1 year, marriage, piam, and they there. We have seen them. They are there. They are very many, and there are some. I love the fact that there are some who are trying to keep it, in a hidden way. They don't want to expose their marriage. They don't want to expose everything, to do with their marriages. But I love the fact that there's one artist that I'm so proud of, who is so proud of himself and so proud of the family. That is Afro Wine for you. Trust me, Afro Wine has nothing to hide. And he will tell you openly. And whenever he's going for any show, he goes with the wife. He goes with the wife, and if you were to ask him in any interview, he will tell you the first thing is the family. You know, the family. And the family the family cuts across the wife. And he moves with the wife everywhere. The wife used to be, and up to now as we speak, maybe because she has given birth to kids, maybe now that she cannot dance. But by then, whenever Ofro Wine is on the stage, he moves with his wife. None of these celebrities, none of these artists moves with their wives in the events places. None of them. I've not seen one. If you have seen one, please, you better try to remind me and tell me so that I can also know, because I've been moving in happening places. Not to talk about even not to talk about clubs. It's very hard to find let me say an artist moving with a woman. Let me say the wives in the club. Maybe girlfriend once in a while. Because I don't know whether because of roadblocks or what. That's what I don't understand. But of course, it happens so that they don't really like doing those things. So when it comes to family affairs, the marriage issues, there are so many things that cut across. There are so many things that are involved in that. So when you're doing it, you better be double, not triple, double careful when you're doing that. So IMC, let's go for the music. But of course, we have a lot of stories. Fefe Bush did talk about, the music itself, the saga of the Lucky, these things all will be coming your way. So keep it locked on Western Television, and of course, Star Times, the channel 477, Zuku Satellite channel 0073, Azam TV, channel 369, YouTube. You can as well subscribe on Western Television YouTube channel. Then you follow us on that so that you can be catching up live with me. And of course, at TikTok, the same, you can just type Western Television. You follow, and share to your friends too, so that they can also be part of this. And then Facebook, same thing. Western TV Facebook page. You can as well follow us and catch up with us live anytime, any day, for any program, on Western Television. Let's go for the music break. And when we bounce back, we shall be breaking these celebrity news, one by one.
Yo.
Mesumibo apamabo letame yosapamabo mesumibo apamabo lavume yosapamabo mesumibo apamabo letame yosapamabo mesumibo apamabo lavume yosapamabo mesumibo apamabo letame yosapamabo.
Of course, I'm assuming me love see ma pavini ma of course, welcoming you once again from that musical break. A very beautiful song that came in from the guy himself, Badman Monopoly, the bad character, and of course, a politician as we speak right now. He's a politician, and of course, now the thing is, I remember talking about I love home always as being the first priority. Talking about home always, I love that as a mandate. I should always first talk about home. But of course, the whole thing that I'm talking about here is the battle of the champion. The battle of the champ. The champs. I don't know whether it's the champions or the champs. So whatever it is. But now it has a deep akecha in Widano Kawonin. There's a lot of confusion in that very particular thing. The confusion might take away a chill. The people who are trying to analyze the first edition, they're analyzing it in a very negative way, in a very wrong way that might either cause conflicts among the artists or among the fans. And then, in one way or the other, at least, I saw some clips of guys analyzing, the first edition, which was not a bad thing, but of course they spoke their mind. But Kai Penja, and according to me, that wasn't the right time to analyze those things, because one, you're creating a loophole somewhere. Kakamogu, you take a provoking, you take in one way or the other, take a provoking the fans. Then secondly, that to me it wasn't a battle. And that is the same thing Madan Bowechi wa kuchecha nia. That was Echa Bedungo battle, Echa Bedu music business. Makai neno battle mo piende so many people are saying Jiwachania oh Lucky ran away from the stage. Yes. Yeah, that is the truth. Lucky ran away from the stage. Why? It's because the terms and condition. You know what? Any of that terms and condition might give if the great written paperwork. First of all, Lucky left, did not turn up for the press conference. That is the first thing. And I was expecting Lucky turning up to go a press conference. They should have something at least. The clue what was the the agreement between this artist and the event organizer? Luckily sent a representative to go and represent him, of which he was supposed to be the one on the ground. So these things comes back to the poor management of the event. If you had to manage that event properly, trust me, from day one, this thing was announced some 2 months ago. From day one, you will be having your paperwork, the terms and conditions that guides, the battle. You cannot give your money to somebody without having an agreement. So I was expecting some verbal, just some agreement that says, this is what you are going to do on that very particular day, even before the day. So this is how you are going to do it in marketing this particular battle. Then secondly, the negative bit of it, there is no judge. And you call it a battle. There is no judge who is supposed to judge. I don't know whether the judges are the fans who came to, to witness or what. That was also one way or the other of disorganizing these things. So some analysts, analyzing give a take analyzing it your. Then first, Lucky Mirachel did not turn up for the press conference. Mamirario, it says that they were supposed to go 3 times on the stage. 3 good times on the stage. The first stage performance, the first stage performance was supposed to be having 2 songs with Ario. Then Mondo Mamirario, they're going for 6 songs. Then Mondo Mamira, it says that they were going to come, the 2 of them on the stage. The 2 of them on the stage. Just as I spoke yesterday, that's what I was expecting from them. So, Lucky came the first time. Lucky came, when he was coming on the stage, nobody stage. Lucky bad mind. Bad mind, the came some on the stage, apart from bad mind. Then my man Bushi, everyone the work, Bushi Gamido give binum. Yeah. So, Ogamino Omira Chama Gueru Ario, Gueru exactly where Arion, and Mamerio Magbinu with Abusiel, Bushi Ubinu, Uwe Abusiel, and Lucky came, Lucky Uwe, check money, I'm watching the promoter, and I am sorry, the battle is done. And don't Uwe Parezo. Malaki gamu with under egame I eshido. Let's talk more music. What exactly happened on that very particular. So the reason that's why I think I'm blaming the organizers, because they should have stated it open. Openly nidano. Whoever is coming should be expecting this and this from this very particular kind event. This and this. But there was nothing like that. Bushi gami binu for the 3rd round. Bushi was expecting to face Lucky. Lucky was nowhere to be seen on the stage. Lucky was nowhere to be seen on the stage. Now, in any case, the first edition. What will be the face of the second edition? So there's a lot of talking points from this, from the famous guys, from the socialites, the guys who know much about this. Makadi ended there. I was not pleased with that because that was not what I was expecting. And the 3 rounds was even much for these two guys. At least if they could give them nowhere at match where Ibinu with a beach for the start. Iweru with a beach, Machado with a beach. Then the second phase, you will wait at least more of a freestyle. You know, more of a freestyle to show the people in the day you came prepared. Though me myself, if you ask me, Bushi came well prepared 100%. You know, for the real battle, not music show. Bushi came for the battle. Take for example, Shakneno Kendi pa Bushi. Yeah, from the Kendi shows that this guy came for a real battle, not only physically, also mentally. Pienena Kendi mut wechu mabushi beruka wechu Kendi stage shows that this guy came well prepared for the battle, not any other thing. So these are the people. Malemene did not go as expected. So now, what will be the outcome of the second edition? If I'm told this is how disorganized, this is how disorganized all the preparation, all the organization is, how will be the second phase? Because it's our right to talk about that so that they find a way of, of panel beating, maybe rescheduling, like, reprogramming the stage performance. So to the organizers out there, to the people behind this, most especially my brother Derek Passy, I know you are one famous guy. And then the lady behind, talking about the eagle themselves, let me say the cabinet members. Please, we are just trying to plead with you people that go back on the drawing board, sit down and redraw. Call these artists one by one and tell them exactly what you expect from them. And we expect judges to be there in the next edition, because the first edition was just a music show. It wasn't a battle. Yeah? The first phase was just a normal music show, not a battle. So please, the organizer, the Eagle Events, take note about that. CHUKU remains my number, of course. And remember, you are still watching us on live on TikTok. You can as well, send your comments, how you feel about this. Because this is something big that we really need to talk about. And not only me, but also you, the viewers out there, your views, your expectation in the next coming. What are you expecting from the next Battle of the Charm? Now that the first one went on like that, the second one, what are your expectations on the second one? CHUKU remains my name, but of course I always say that home is home. We always start from home. And of course at the other side of northern Uganda, Kakola, Kamuzu himself came up with a content called Kakola Festival. Kakola Festival, Makamuzu organizing. It will be on 19th, this very particular month. And as we speak right now, the preparation is ongoing. So according to him, he wants to set a pace. We all know that Kamuzu, this very particular year, he has been one of the most trending artists when it comes to stage performance and the type of song that he is doing. That's the fact on the ground. Kamuzu really nailed it up in Gulu. Kamuzu, he brought in different types of performer. Him himself, he said, if somebody wants to compare him, should compare him with the Diamond Platinum. Yeah, I would say in northern Uganda, yeah, you cannot compare anybody with him. In terms of performance, in terms of creativity, even if when it comes to his music videos, you saw the music video that he has been doing. There's a lot of creativity in that, that are more similar, not that much, but more similar to what Diamond does when it comes to shooting of the video. Yeah. So Kamuzu is telling people that people should come expecting different vibe. Down me being only we giving expecting different vibe. So Coca-Cola only ono waji begira eno Coca-Cola eno buses maroma Rio. Coca-Cola buses maroma Rio. Down we biru binyame Kenya. But penny be beru lok member gicharo kitimi ya renyi. Renyi la koritim mo ma gitimu pa renyi ni biberu pere ni oni Kenya kai bini Coca-Cola festival. Pieni kai to ma food pay eno kile kamuzi tika organize. Ma food pay waje no be peg disclosing Ma food pay donyi gate icholo chene ni gimini Coca-Cola ichero kere. Gimini Coca-Cola itimu kere ngo ichero kere do ando pa ngeni ndo do bitime dak nini Coca-Cola So endo Coca-Cola buses marawa Rio ma entika expect ni wek down miru bit ngarmo ken Kenya ma fupe donyi ma no free kere gate kere gimini Coca-Cola dak work kere chi with a lot of performances from the people like Easy the Lyrical down why Easy the Lyrical adom maninu chan go wajo ni uyeko gere adom maninu chan mama eni mu ere mago wajo ni uyeko nga ni uyeko chal palowe me bulu wen with pa boss me kona ngo non republic ngo uyeko down oni chal me wen kingo kiwi diang and be beru Kenya and be tika promising down and be adombo promising down wajo and be performance mano young food pegi neno performances mano food pegi neno yung ibore give binu kineno dak awene iminu de apara bungwen manindu apara bungwen kenen mod Kenya airport chen beat kenen mod airport Kenya chen beat nindu apara bungwen chino merdano we matika chero kono dano we bichero kat neno style dok manyin ma chul wanye style ma mwanya mu binu dok manyin ma kamuze yo kelo kede dano do in kono iwaje de ngomano wen it's home content. So it's good to be creative. We always tell our guys, whatever you're doing in the music industry, creativity is the first thing. Creativity is what? It's the first thing that you really need to do. Be creative. But of course, before that, I'm going to ask the producer, the baddest producer, the boy, you're going to play for me one of the songs of Kamuzu. Yeah? You are going to play for me one of the songs of Kamuzu. I believe that the other one, not the new one, the first song that he did. You're going to play for me that song as we go for a music break. But of course, all the guys out there, keep it in mind that you should be knowing that you as an entertainer, first thing that needs to come into your mind is the creativity. Apart from music, be creative. Because when you look at that, music is just a few percentage of it, of all the creative. You put in, you add in more salts, you put in more katogo, the same, the piri, get pin le. Don't care to pin le, with the vibes, kulemi keto ma tong chua. Made of vibe ni dano. But of course, as I say, let's first go for a music break. And when we bounce back, and of course, Fefe Bushi has a message for you, the entertainers and all the socialites. After that, we're going to be talking about that. From now, let's first go for a music break. And when we bounce back, keep it right there. Alright, so that is Kamuzu for you with the halali. So now people should be expecting a different vibe from this very particular guy. A very hot performance on the stage. Just like he said, for him, if somebody wants to compare him, to compare him with the Diamond Platinum. So, gulu. Time has come for you to go and, to go and witness our own brother. It's you people who are going to judge now, whether he did it or he did not. Just as he said, he called himself, if somebody wants to, to compare him, they should compare him with the Diamond Platinum. I believe that you guys you saw, that is one of the videos, yeah? That is one of his videos, and I saw there's one video that he shot, he did a video in one of the swimming pool. I forgot about the name of the music, of the song, because we have a lot of music titles in our head, so definitely I might have slipped around that. And then there's a new video of his, yeah? Endo binu kere dok we mo dok ma bie. Ma monya dok ma lutena chulu wajo ni we any dok ma monya pat. We ni dok made more. Maka ene we only the video creativity. You know, the video itself it's a classic one. It's a classic video. You know, classic video. We are when it comes to video production, the Northern Uganda guys now are they have really taken let me say 20%, let me say step ahead in Northern Uganda. Well, Gulu, Northern Uganda, Gulu, and the Luru sub-region. And when you talk of a Luru sub-region, we only have few artists who does those videos. The artists that I'm talking about here is Bushi the King. We are talking about Starboy Jr. These are the guys. And who else? Even Aswalifa. Aswalifa was doing good video when he left, before he left Tribe Management. But of course, I'm seeing that of late, and they don't get the video kakani, a Tribe Management. That's why in the video that is producing, it's a classic video. It's just classic video. Then the next video that I can talk about, it's Nyinga Kudu Mananu, the latest video of Riaso Boy. That is the only video that I can also say that at least, you know, the production itself, you know, there's upgrade on the production. So away from that, of course, Fefe Bushi, you know, Fefe Bushi openly said, you know, when he was asked, in some interview, he was asked, to say, to compare, some of the artist's music. You know, for him, he spoke his mind, which is a good thing. You know, the truth is that even before he said it, somebody already had said it. Now you said it some years back, that in music, the music itself is only 30%. You know, in every music that people are doing, it's only 30%. 30%. Why am I saying 30%? It's because 30%, the talent in the music is only 30% into some other people who have made it. But there are some people who have talent, but they don't have the creativity. They don't. So openly, some years back, I remember, Navio did say it, that there's no talent. There's only 30% talent in the music industry for some of the people. Because for some of those who have the money, the people who have the money, their talent musically is only 30%. He also did mention names, But for me, if you ask me who are these among these people that they say they only have 30%, I will say first of all, Big I. Big I, when it comes to music itself, Big I is not a talented artist, yeah? Though he does music, but of course the reason that's why Big I is more famous is because he has the money. He puts money into music. And the more you put money into your music, the more the social media platforms keeps on disturbing people's ear, the more people will want to understand. But I've seen that as some of the people, when the music is not moving, for some of the guys in Uganda, when the music is not moving that very fast, you see somebody posting a Range Rover, somebody posting a big house, so people will start following those things. People like material things. Those are one way or the other that people are trying to push harder musically. But the talent they have is only 30%. We also have some here in West Nile and Northern Uganda. But of course, it's just because they don't have the money. If they had the money, but the talent is even less than 30% musically. But if I'm told they had the money, they would be putting money into that into their music, so for them to to kick the airwaves. So Fefe was asked, he was asked to do what? To give a comparison, of one of the artists, to talk about the music. It's not good, as an artist. But I didn't buy the idea, of him talking, giving a comparison of an artist's song. I didn't buy that idea. It was not the right idea by that very particular person. But of course, it took it upon yourself. You see, we, the presenters, we, the socialite, we, the host, we will always ask you questions. Yeah? We will always ask you questions. So now, it will be upon you, the person, to know how to answer the question. Yeah? It will be upon you. Because some of the questions that we ask, if you don't answer it well, it will lead you into trouble. of which none of the interviewer, the person who is interviewing you, will get that problem. It will be you, because you were asked the question, then you didn't think twice. You just answered the question in your own way and how you feel like it should be according to you. So it comes back to you, the artist. Sometimes, for us, we shall ask you questions. We shall be asking you questions, too many questions, but now it will be upon you to answer that question correctly. Use your mind, use your head to answer the question. But I remember sometimes back, I had the guy himself, Free Boy, right here on this very particular set. So there's a way matured person answer questions. When you ask him a question that he knows very well that this question itself is going to, when I'm to answer it like this, it's going to cause us trouble. There's a way they twist. But I've seen there are some artists, when you ask them questions, before you know it, they're bum. They'll even utter those questions that you have not even asked them. They'll bring them all. That's why you see, so I don't really want to get deep into that. We thank God that our brother LP Shadi is already out on bail, meaning that he's out temporary. Yeah, he was brought out yesterday temporary. So he's already out of prison. As we speak right now, he's at home. So that one there, I believe right now as we speak, he has learned something. He has learned something, when you ask some question. There's a way you portray there are those things you give out to the people out there. You as a famous person, there's a way you need to be doing those things. Yeah. Round of applause to all the guys who have been advocating for his release. And as we speak right now, he's released on a bond, meaning that anytime, any day, anything can happen. But also to the assistant town clerk, I believe he's an easy guy and he's ready. I don't know whether ready to let it go, but from the look of things on his face, he looks like somebody who's a gentleman who can easily forget and forgive and forget at a certain point. So Fefe Bushi, I really appreciate you. I want to congratulate you from that, because you really did your part and you answered the correct, in a very good way. Sometimes use your brain. That's exactly what you did. You really used your brain. And away from that, you see, I told you that we have a lot of stories to give you. You see, social media, according to Hakim, that is Zari boss lady's husband, as we speak, the current one. Though they don't live together. Zari lives in South Africa. But of course, so many of these things sometimes, he said, for you, as he speaks right now, he has stopped following the socials of Zari because she's being followed by so many people. And there are so many people, people will always want to bring, manyanga between you people, like picking a post from the other one there and then sending you into your DM, it causes a lot of confusion. So, Shakib is saying that people should learn how to live. When your personal person is on let me say, if I'm told is a socialite, you shouldn't be, following that person very much, like following that person's social media on a daily basis is not a good thing. It can either cause a home break, and or else it can cause a lot of issues, A lot of issues are involved in these social things. We have seen so many guys sometimes, even me personally, it's very key that you give a distance to your partner's personal phone. Because the phone itself has a lot of things. There are things that you'll never, there are things that you're going to meet in the process of maybe searching or doing that. There are things that you're going to meet that you never expected. There are pictures of hers No, maybe with some other friends, of late, people go to studio, with the people's girlfriend, people's boyfriends, they'll take pictures, There's a way those people, there's a way people slay in front of, let me say in front of the cameras. So once you happen to bounce into such kind of pictures, trust me, whether you like it or not, it will force you to ask questions. And once questions is asked, trust me, the person who was asked the question, there's the other negative bit of answer. The person will answer you in our language. They answer in kulom. Karuma kemiri answer man that is answering in the kupenji. They game no anya samoku. A rush is not really proper to keep on looking, like going through your partner's phone, most especially for the socialite, the entertainers. It creates a lot of negative things when it comes to that. Sajersi remains my name, as I believe that for the socials, so many you have really learned a lot about this. Make sure you don't cross the border. Yeah, there's love. I love you. Yes, I love you. Yes, but not I love you with my phone. There are some secrets that need not to be exposed out. There are pictures, those negative pictures that you never want to come across by that. SAGMC, Western Television, and of course, is what you're watching right now. But of course now, here on TikTok, we have so many guys who have been, who've been watching us. I want to say shout outs to you guys who have been watching us right from the beginning up to now, that we are almost coming to the end of this very particular show. I want to take this opportunity to thank you people so much, for the endless love. We came from far, and I believe that we are going very, very far with the help of God. They always say that in each and every single thing that you do, God should always be the first priority. Yeah? Mungu umakubid ikori mamire achiel. Chalma wati kumeni uyukuduilenia ite kanen Western TV medri kanen Western TV ko bangcheng man en dewtet ni danum kene ma woko kuja an ngewni dan mi ngomba lur gisa moku ngati kawnen ngati bewechu ko ngati pare moku simu inwangne ngati tingu simu o ma simu wanya en bewechu ko nga en kenado nyegu tangre donc nyegu en shakibo wachi ania en gen ku dako pare mazari ko ndo ngedar pinwachi ope en dong ewe ku kalobu lempa zari mutie social media kono lemba ngom mutie endonge kwetu donc ini de makitim lemma chiel ma room eni aya monde moku ke mon pa juru wer ne mi ngomba lur eni gide inwangu sa moku jal kanu ketu simu pare kumeni ni enke jara werete ku customers le danu le ma goire simu anyira de gitie ga keni ngoni akwa anyira mira chona anyira kwa moku mutie mu customers de gitie maino wangu ni agosi mwacho ana mena ikekitimi la kapela mokudo eja de customer mube kelu sende ma one way or the other uruo sende za kameza ibe penju you all out of that money mangati chamio do inwanga ni agitingu use pa simu pa partners making in one way or the other inwanga ketu ngati ketu sim ketu ngati tika checking sim remu ketu pol pa gier utie kalal kawoni pa juru wechi inwanga ni gier pa jaro wer muk marie de beru go le inwanya jarwer me egam macha juganyo wanya jarawere mte madan mangedi madan marat kone juwachi nyo MC re mte dan marat radio presenter re mte marat TV presenter re mte dan marat yani wangelala kecha makeno wangere ni upe samu kunange biduzo calma ber inre michidi rock simu pare makedo kaido ngiwachi rock simu ne inchi igame nwango do ngadi nga chwindu olega parwa jani mako kete distance with our partners for Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, SAGMC, and of course I'm going to say bye-bye in style. From me to you, it's a bye-bye, but of course, wishing you Merry Christmas. Make sure that you stay home. On Christmas, after prayers, you go call people for food. Yeah, we advocate for that. Pilau, you call for us. For us, we are good in that. But I don't know. I don't know whether it's because I don't have those friends who always... Do I have mean friends? That's what I don't understand. But of course, all friends are friends. The big days are coming ahead of us. Make sure you invite a friend to invite another friend to come and party at your home. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The next on your screen, it would be the Nile cast and of course the lady herself, the lady herself, that is Daisy Kajik Ochama. She will be bringing you all the news, all the news that cuts across the whole of Uganda, both political, developmental, just all the stories.
Only one style. I love music.